We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Titans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Mayfield to throw it. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Kings, 20.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure.
Tony Pollard with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
To the air, Dart. Pass caught. That's golden.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
To throw, Dart.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They find some open field here. Running free at the 45. Moving inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go. Buffalo 18, Viking 18.
Dart going to look to throw here.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Throwing. Dart will try and set up the screen to Ginty.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Here's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Dart looking to throw again. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
To throw is Dart.
That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Here's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Will Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Dart to throw on 4th down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Malik Neighbors
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Ravens 7. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. A short one there, caught by Warren. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Warren from 17 yards out. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Corey, 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing his dart. A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To throw now, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
Then he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
From the gun, here's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. He'll get this out to Genty.
The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing his dart. Now he'll tuck it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And on first and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Pass to 60, pass to 60. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 backward, 60 backward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
At the 25-yard line.
Good. What's that?
Here's Pollard again.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. A give out of the gun to Genty.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
70 range, 70. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
34-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
To the air, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Play fake, and here's Dart.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball with a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes again.
Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 66 yards.
And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Butker on for the PAT. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
75 yards.
and the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
What's that?
To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield now. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
Now Dart. Now he'll tuck this, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
60 Bison, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
Throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 23-yard run.
And the Titans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw, Dart. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the Ravens.
Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid talking rap on the internet. Yeah, my name green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, mama pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's
Dallas Multipass.
I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bipper.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. Yeah. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in